Hey guys, we haven't quite launched yet with the Locksmith project, but we are really getting close. And I want to show you just how close. So wiblitz1.com, these are all the subdomains. You can now click them now. I got them set so that they're going to act like subdomains. You can also still right click, open link in a new tab. So I did that already to get a bunch of results. But I just want to point something out before I start because this is really amazing still to me. Site mainroofer.com, right? We never did anything new with it. It's still showing 39,800 results. Okay, I'm not even signed in. And so for pretty much everything, there was a city on the front page. What do we have? Like Wampum, Emergency, Roofing, Risley, Goodar, Ellen, I don't even know what these are. But I just started opening them in a new tab, just for the sake of seeing how those are doing. And there's okay, number one, number one under the ad, number one, two, and three under the ad. And then these are small counts, but for larger counts, 87,300 Man's Commercial Roofing, and that's still number one under the ad. Reedsboro Commercial Roofing, 174,000, still number one under the ad. That's as far as I went on my search for that because these are fake companies with fake phone numbers in no backlinks. Okay, once I realized that Google's not doing anything bad about that site, I didn't make any changes to it. I didn't want to mess with the study. The study it's doing incredibly well for being no SEO, no backlinks, and fake companies. It just blows your mind, right? That's how it hits me. It's totally surprising. All right, now coming back to this, I just want to show you because all of this I'm going to show you is based on automation at this point, okay? We're really, really getting close. I want to show you what's taken so much time lately because we're coming out with more boxing gloves on than I can even shake a fist at. Okay, take a look. So some of the websites, I'm just going to show you real fast. And here's the point I want to make about them. Different fonts, different templates, but take a look. Even the actual images are matched to the template colors. There are over 40 unique banner images in each site right now that are matched to the site. We can easily turn those 40 into 8,000. I mean, it's not an issue. Next round of images we'll do to show Google what we're doing next is to take images like these and make them unique. We figured out how to do it. Okay, so we've got all these unique structures. Other ones that we're going to make unique are things like these. Okay, so you'll just see. But right now we're going to release and we're saving that work for the next updates because we want Google to see us doing new things. So take a look. See, different style altogether, right? But still matched to the template. Totally awesome, right? Beautiful, beautiful look. We have like 2,200 styles, over 2,200 individual color-based styles right now that we can run for these entire websites, right? Now, here's another point I want to make. So we've been talking about the colors and the fonts being different and so on, right? Now, the biggest thing that we care about next is what? It's print, right? It's all of the verbiage. So far, what do we see? Emergency locksmith serving whatever the city is. Emergency locksmith serving whatever the city is. Emergency locksmiths, right? And we start to say, what if we make changes? So take a look. This is different. Now, I happen to be using the same company name and phone numbers, right? But I don't have to be. Take a look at that. Extra key cutting services and key extraction services, and they're for entirely different cities, right? Phoenix, Arizona, and Birmingham, Alabama, and so on and so forth. Here's the point I want to make about that. We have come out now with a 25-page website, the front end, 25 pages, right? So we got everything done, and we said, man, this is cool. These are 25 totally awesome pages that we can work with all at once with updates and automation under Blitz control through the panel. That's great. But then we said, now, here's the only problem. They're all even, okay, like I said, we can produce the websites and auto-generate the bulk global variables, right? The bulk results. So that our sitemap, right, when we get down to our sitemap, okay, is going to have all these totally different results website by website by website. We said that's awesome. Except here's the new problem we have. We actually have this problem now. The front end, right? That's based on the default global variables, right? The base global variables. And we said, we totally missed that. So we said we have to create a way to quickly and easily generate different results into the information, okay? For the front end as well. By the way, let me explain just how far this goes because it's not clear to you right now, but you'll get this in a moment. Okay, if we look at the web pages, right? This is one of the web pages. Okay, let me just scroll down so you'll see whichever sidebar items are selected. It's not all the same. Longer pages, okay, are going to have more sidebar items showing. Shorter pages will have less, right? It's just the way it is. Take a look at this. See the header? It's a variable. And then what? We have paragraphs. Then what do we have? Bullet points. Then just something, a call to action, simple call to action. Okay. Different sidebar items selected because it's a longer page. Look at that. Header, paragraphs, subheader, paragraphs, subheader, paragraphs, call to action. Subheader, paragraphs, etc., bullet points, call to action. Starting to get the idea? This thing is so chock full right now. Gotta go back and do a little cleanup. We're very close to finish. So if you have any idea what this means when you stare at it, right? Look at this. This means that everything has been converted to variables, right? How many variables are running through this entire project? And I mean the variables go through the sidebars as well. The variables are going through everything. Let me show you, okay? So if we take a look at the base GV file, right? Base global variables, whether we have something like the name of the city or a keyword, or we have entire sentences, phrases, or whatever else, okay? Let's take a look here. This is a lot of global variables, right? And we're up to 100. We keep going, okay? This is a lot of detail, all right? And we keep going. And there's more. There's 200 now. We're up to. You're thinking 200 global variables is pretty darn big. You may have heard of more, right? But wait a minute. We're not done yet, are we? Heck no. We're up to 300 already, okay? And these are codes for individual paragraphs and headers and bullet point items that go on a page, all right? Look at this. We are coming up on 400 global variables, and they're covering everything across all the pages. 400. What happens if you have an average of 3 variables going across your sheet? Let's say you had 3, and you've got something like 500. How many websites can you make in that industry that have at least one difference? Well, that would be 3 raised to the 500, right? If you do 3 raised to the 10, you get a number like 50,000 results, 50,000 different combinations. In other words, you could make 50,000 different websites where there's at least one difference. Now, one difference in 25 web pages is not enough. So take your 5,000 and just chop it, like let's say 500. Okay, that's fine. But what if you take 3 and you raise it to 20 instead of 10? 3 to the 20th power. Now you're talking about over 1 billion results, okay? So if you took even 1% of that, right? That's insane. You get 10 million websites. So what do we have here? Oh, 500 now, right? Look at this. This is all the materials and the content in the writing we've been pounding out, and the variables and the attention-grabbing headlines and bullet points that relate to each type of topic and each type of thing. You see just how big this thing is? It's covering all of these different useful locksmith topics, and it's comparing them to every city out there that we want, right? Times every website. And so, by the way, I got together with the guys, and we've got the email address that we're going to forward everything to, and I've got the email address that all the information is going to go to from all the contact forms for all the websites. So for all you guys who are on the inside, you're going to get access to that. You're going to be able to see all the emails come through. You'll get alerts at your own email. Whenever an email comes through there, you'll see what it is, okay? And then separate from that, here's what's going to happen. We're going to get a 1-800 number for each website. We're going to start with launching 92 websites plus 5. Okay, so we're really going to have 97 websites we're going to put out there all together, and they're all going to cover everything. Okay, so I just want to make this point. This is a kickoff, guys, with 840, I think it is. What? 848 minus the column header, right? And if you just get rid of some of these, you could probably say like 840, right? Then the rest are just too small to count, but that's like 840. So we could do 3 raised to the 840 different website combinations where at least something is different. Okay, so what's that like? That's like this: bulk global variable columns. Okay, cities. So we just took one city from each state to start with. That's 50 cities, and we said, okay, what are the keywords? We just a simple keyword list. We're continuing this, obviously, and the services. There's a city list again for internal use, and then keyword service, right? Then what? Like just different things. The keyword that goes into certain pages, okay? Meta description information, right? That's separate from the city. And if we go across, right, we got more pre-foot headers that we can mix and match with city tokens, pre-foot paragraphs, okay? We've got more. We've got meta description for each of the main topics. Like in our case, there's commercial, emergency, residential, and automotive, okay? And there are different meta description options for those things, okay? And then we have internal URLs with anchors, external URLs with anchors. And we've barely started, right? We've got the city info and the state info, website title, company name, phone number, SMS, email, support email, right? All the different things that work together. We're just dialing in this stuff before we launch, right? Then what? Long state, short state, zip code. Now what? Banner text phrasing, comments for the different banner texts, and we can go all the way down with each of those, okay? Then what? Logos, right? Which logo do we want? We have a bunch we can swap between. Then favicons, all right? And then external logos, to the different companies like Schlage, the lock company, okay? And this, by the way, this just goes on and on. When you're wondering why it's taking us so long to launch, it's because we decided break it down to the exact paragraph level. Every paragraph on the website, right, needs to completely be variable, okay? Everything needs to be variable. Cities, locations, anything and everything that we want. For all the about box and service box headers, right? That's the stuff, okay? These are some of the boxes. These are other ones. They all need to have their own options so that all this wording comes out differently. And then reading more goes to those pages. And then these need to be different. That's a headline. That needs to be different than the paragraph. Another headline different than a paragraph. There are 2 paragraphs and they need to each be variables. Mix and match those, okay? Every one of these bullet points is a variable. Every single one of them. And the header has lots of choices separate from the paragraphs that are applied to it. So literally, the content is so variable, okay? It's not funny. Literally everything in here is fired out. And the way it looks in the end, I mean, look, okay? I just go service box. There's the different images for the different types, the cities, the days, the schema stuff, individual paragraph, headers for the pages, whichever pages, subheaders for the pages, in what order, paragraphs. I mean, whole paragraphs are in here, right? So if I do this and drop that, yeah, it's a paragraph, okay? Totally a paragraph in that one little cell. Here's another one. There's another one. Here's another one. Oh, that's a header. There's a paragraph though, okay? And it goes on and on and on and on and on. This is, and then bullet point lists. What are the options for the bullet point items, right? Totally cool, different, interesting, variable, runs and runs and runs clean across. This is the most ambitious emoji project ever that I'm aware of at all, okay? It's huge. When you go out to AFO, do the math. There are 26 letters in the alphabet, so that's 26 times 26 plus A through O, right? It's 848 right now, total variables, right? So then what do we have to do? We build a new macro in the emoji toolbar. One is what converted the base global variables to this long file. Another one actually says, how many results do you want? I want 1,000. I want 90 or 92, one per website. I want 5,000 or whatever it is. Then we created this third one now. You know what this third one does? allow us to create variations on the base global variable so that the front 25 pages are no longer going to be the same. Okay, here's what I mean. Let me get there. Okay, this is a base global variable file, right? Name a token, right? City, and it's going to have what value? Chicago. Okay, great. Name a keyword, locksmith. This is the default list. This is a list that covers the main pages of the website, okay, before doing the bulk routine. This is the 25 pages worth of global variables, okay? It goes all the way down there, 840, right? Terrific, huge amount of work, all right? This is what all of the development has been about. All of the money that you've been spending for all of the image work, all of the content work, all of the time it takes, and the development of new macros and the development of new automation. Because guess what? We're also building that in a website installer. What are we building? This. We build a macro that does this. It allows us to make versions of the same file that use different variables as the base variables. See, the values are different. Birmingham key extraction services is different than Chicago locksmith. Okay, and so then we have like 2, 3, 4. Anchorage locked out of home services, etc. Okay, etc., etc. Phoenix extra key cutting services, whatever it is, that whatever we want for our lists, city keyword, etc. Right? It creates a different version of each, and yeah, that includes literally everything: images, logos, banners, anything and everything. We make into a variable. So what's that like now? What do I want to say? So then when we generate the results too, can you imagine output where you're talking about like 1,000 subdomains on the website covering each of the cities times each of the keywords? Okay, because this is the same 50 cities 20 times down to coordinate with 20 different keyword combinations. And that's for a file that has how many variables again? Jeez. 840 plus the ID column, right? That's why there's now one more, because we had to create an ID column at the beginning. All right, and that's the ID column, okay? So yeah, right now, I'm about to take those 92 websites. You want to follow the progress? Here's what you're going to see next. Every one of these websites is slowly, when you refresh them, they're going to say different things than each other. So far, we still have the same company name and phone number. Might leave it that way. Well, the phone number is fake anyway. I need a real phone number and a real company name, and I'll be getting that information soon. But then when we go uploading this information, it's going to be different. Every website's going to be different, okay? I mean, all these headers, things like this will be different. The verbiage in here will all be different. Everything will be different. That'll be different. That'll be different, and so on. By the way, you don't need to worry about the fact that it might have different sizes. Well, I've already found out that most of the calls come through on a mobile phone. And if you look on a mobile phone, you're seeing one box at a time. Looks perfectly normal on a mobile phone, right? Just to show you, you know, all this stuff just looks totally normal like this, right? On a mobile phone. So that's completely fine, all right? And there you go. All these websites will come out different and strong with totally unique images for everything. And yeah, all the forms, all the phones are going to pound through. And we even put links in the bottom so that we can start creating backlinks across the partners in random combinations going across. And we can decide how we're going to go with that too. So pretty soon we're going to make buying decisions on the Locksmith domain names, okay? And we're going to make a decision about whatever we need for the company name. And we're going to get our batch of 100 phone numbers, okay? And we're going to start implementing all of that and putting it together and running it out. So yeah, real soon, we're going to have these totally ready. And then we're just going to produce them onto the different websites. And that's it. We'll be launching. So we are close. But I wanted you to see this because what is automated on this? What's going to be automated in the future for every website project we ever do, where we do a lot of websites like the next industries we're going after? The templates are automated. The generating all these images is easy now. It's automated. Generating unique variations of the content once we have it done is automated. Okay. The front pages will have automatically different content from each other. They'll be automated. Backlinking will be automated, and again, to whatever degree we want. Basically everything. Okay, we've got just to get the domain names, IPs, and to get the wildcard SSLs, and that's it. So yeah, we are really in this hugely advantageous position right now for releasing and doing stuff. Okay, I hope you guys like this. This is coming along so well, and it's so massive. I just want to make sure you understood that when you're wondering, what's Steve doing over there? Because yeah, I can be silent for a while, and you're not sure why. I'm telling you, most of what's taken up my time is this, okay? Making this work in global variables on the templates and making sure that our functionality can handle it in this kind of format. Look at this. This is an emoji file. Okay, we've got most of the stuff emojied out. We're just doing the last sections, the images and stuff, and adding them in. Okay, organizing the arrangement for everything so that everything comes out right automatically when we go producing it. And then producing it, actually making those bulk files and automating all of that, so that when we go installing the websites, the templates get installed, the images we put up very easily. The base global variable files are made all different, and the bulk global variable files are all different, so that all the websites come out different and interlink in whatever way we want it, with the phone numbers already in, company names already in, for whatever cities. And they're different. I don't even know what to say. I mean, that's so awesome. Okay, the verbiage is different. The verbiage here can be different. The verbiage here can be different. All of this can be different. Where these link can be different. This title can be different. These images can be different. Those can be different. These can be different than those that not related. They can be totally different all the way around. We can put geo-targeting into any combinational phrasing that we want, like we did here. Okay, we can put that kind of geo-phrasing up here. Okay, and anywhere else. I mean, anything we want to do. And we're just about done. I mean, so many things are variable right now. Okay, let me see. What does that say at the bottom? Licensed auto locksmith on call 24/7 is different than transponder keys made anywhere, anytime. What else do we have? Like emergency switch replacement, no problem. All right. And then whatever the terminology happens to be in for these things can be different. Okay. It's just whatever we decide to put in there, because these are variables, believe it or not. We just have to fill them out with the variations. So we're almost done, guys. Really, I don't know, a couple of days probably, but at a level that I couldn't even picture a couple of weeks ago. Just the idea that this happened, we did not originally mean to make every paragraph and every bullet point a variable, but it became an incredibly good idea, and we could just no longer say no. It was important to do, because now we'll never run out of content for this industry, and being able to add to it is easy. Now that we have our bulk columns, we can easily add keywords, easily add services, easily add cities. We can easily add descriptions and titles. Okay, we can easily add this, that, and the other, and just all the way down the line. We can easily add different logo alts and links and titles. We can add different everything. It's simple, and then just run it up again, shuffle it, make it new, let Google see the changes, right? Massively cool. And we can put these on any combination of servers. Okay, we can install on the different servers and so on. So yeah, totally amazing. So we can do this for any industry now, and we can do a whole new project from end to end, just with the organization that we figured out now. Probably in 2 weeks, we can go from nothing to installing it all automatically. Okay, really that insane. That's what's possible now. Okay, guys, I shall talk to you a little later. Just wanted to give you the update and let you know what's going on. This is, I thank you for your patience. That's all I can say. It's been longer than we thought, but this is incredible. I didn't even know our system could handle this much variety until we started to test it, and then realized, yeah, it can. Totally amazing. And yeah, that's it. It's going to free us up. Okay, you can do anything with this much variability. All right, we're going to do well, guys. Thanks.